I'm here tonight to let you know that tragically we lost one of our own.
It was a long night and likely longer days ahead for the Richardson Police Department after losing one of their own last night. And of course, we were all hoping for a different outcome, but we learned late last night that the officer involved in that disturbance at a Richardson area apartment building died after being shot.
Well, your condolences and well wishes for the officer and his family are scrolling on the bottom of your screen. And we've been encouraging you this morning to add your comments and thoughts using the hashtag #IamUp. Oftentimes then later that those will be sent over to the family, the officers. Just nice to know the community is rallying around them.
Yeah, and departments are already rallying around them as well. Officers from Richardson were there to comfort others who knew this officer after he passed away at Medical City Plano. Hannah Davis is live this morning at the Richardson Police Department with more on this. Hannah?
Well, you guys are exactly right. We're seeing so many people leaning on each other this morning as they're struggling with this heartbreaking news. This morning, we do not know the identity of that officer, but we do know that this department is grieving, as well as a family is grieving this morning. We have video from overnight showing people hugging officers around 2 o'clock in the morning, and this was just minutes after the officer's body was transported to the medical examiner's office. Late last night, we saw officers gathering outside Medical City Plano, leaning on each other after getting news that one of their own had died. We know that the officer had been shot in the neck. This was around 7 o'clock, but everyone was hoping that he would make it. Then just before 11, Richardson PD made this announcement, an announcement that no department ever wants to make, that one of their own had passed away. Now, this morning, I want you to take a look. You can see the flag is at half staff here at the Richardson Police Department. And we also know this is actually the first police officer who has been killed in the line of duty in the state of Texas this year. The department is grieving. We've heard interviews from police officers, and you can hear the pain in their voices. And we also believe this may be one of the first officers from the Richardson Police Department to be killed in the line of duty. We're looking into that more, but this morning we're hearing from so many people across the state with their condolences for this officer, but also for his family who made a sacrifice last night as well. Guys, back to you in the studio.
All right, we appreciate that. Our Hannah Davis will be live with us throughout the morning here at the Richardson Police Department. And again, we've been talking about so many officers gathering there at the hospital from all around our area, hoping to provide as best they can some condolences. And we want to get back to where all of this happened at the Breckenridge Point Apartments. Chris Sadeghi is there live this morning. He has new video of the suspect just after he was arrested. And as yet, Chris, I understand we don't know his condition.
No, we did not. Still a lot of questions out there that we're waiting to get answered, Ron. And even though, as cruel as it may seem, they lost one of their own, Richardson Police, they still have a job to do. They are still out here processing this scene. Beyond the way there, you can see the big crime scene truck. I've seen some people kind of looking around. They're probably gathering all the evidence they can. We are hoping once the sun comes up and people here at this apartment complex start waking up, they can give us a better idea of what was going on that led to that disturbance call. They had to shelter in place during the standoff, but someone at the complex did take this video of the moment the suspect was arrested. It sounds like he's yelling, "I'm sorry." That was 5 hours after police got the call. When they arrived, they say their officer was shot in the neck. He would later die at Medical City of Plano at 10:40 p.m. All that time, a standoff was taking place here. Only random shots were fired throughout the standoff, according to police, by the suspect, and ultimately they were able to get him to surrender just before midnight. That is when the standoff was over, and then they discovered the body of another victim. We aren't sure the circumstances of their death, but all of this started with some kind of disturbance. Police say that the call came in that there was some yelling and screaming coming from the apartment complex. That's why they showed up. Now, we do not know the names of either the officer that was killed or the other victim. Those are details we hope to get today, as well as the rest of the circumstances surrounding this shooting. Ron and Kara.
All right, our Chris Sadeghi live this morning in Richardson. Chris, we appreciate that update, and we'll check back in with Chris here throughout the morning.